So, hello everyone, morning. Time for reviewing Black Clover episode 161, right? The defeat of the Golden Dawn. Yeah, they all got owned, man. They got owned. They got crushed, those guys. I mean, we kind of saw that last week, right? But still, I think I liked it. Obviously, I mean, seeing Compass Girl, La Tollier, is the name pronounced? It's like a hard French name to pronounce. Seeing her being like, I have improved my compass still to kind of like help at least be able to like get you in my compass, in my Atlas world, that was good. And of course Klaus Sampa being like, I have exercised, man, I'm going that Asta route, I've been doing push-ups, I've been getting shed, I've been getting like, you know. Yeah, I love that. He's like, yeah, he's been senpai. He's been like, I'm gonna be a good senpai, man. I'm gonna go the Shounen route, so I can fight even though I'm injured and so on. So that was cute. Yeah, that was nice seeing them, of course, defeat Mist user guy, right? And then later on, they kind of shielded themselves with like a compass plus a steel wall and so on. So that was nice. I thought that's my favorite part, seeing them not being weak anymore and being able to, you know, little overcome at least some enemies, right? As every ass just got owned, right, by of course those evil guys. And on that notion, though, so Yuno died, not kinda, almost. Never survived, right? And we saw, you know, the wind spirit, poor the girl crying and so on. I mean, it's kind of like I mentioned during the export. I think it's good that Yuno lost, right? It wouldn't make any sense if Yuno could just beat Xenon. Here's this new guy, he's like the powerful guy ever, and then Yuno is like, oh, I can win. Yeah, that wouldn't make any sense if Yuno even, you know, if Yuno could hurt him and so on. Maybe hurt him, but yeah, if Yuno could like do real damage to him, it would be kind of strange. That would be the point of the arc, right? If they use power level like past them during the time skip and so on. So that's good, right? It has to have, you know, the Yuno lost, you know, utter defeat and so on. Oh, that was great, right? He had his own bone sword, Yuno has his wind sword, that bone is better and all that stuff, right? And he beat him. But at the same time, like I said in the reaction part, I just really doubted Yuno was gonna die. I was like, man, this feels like a fake out. I don't think he's gonna die here. I think it's a little bit the knowledge that, as I mentioned in another video, that you know that Yuno is secondary main character. He's the main character's main rival / brother and this whole stuff, right? Grew up together and so on. And it would be really strange to see the main character die, even though it happens in other Shounen too, but they can't revive it. But so it's so uncommon, right? So you kind of wait for be like, nah. So a little bit I felt in the episode though. I just waited for like, oh, like Vangeance can do some healing magic, or it's gonna be someone, or maybe this Ralph guy can heal with fire magic. You just kind of wait for like, I can see something else, someone dropping healing magic here, right? So it's a little bit like that. And as I mentioned in the review, in the reaction part, I think it's not the same thing like with Julius. So Julius we got obviously faked out on, but Julius I could still see dying more, right? And it's more because it just feels more natural to see the leader, the king, right, dying. He's an important character, but yet a supportive character. I think one thing too is because just like in any other shonen show, right? Not just like Naruto, but like One Piece, Bleach, and all this stuff, right? These characters, the captain guys, or like the Yonko or whatever, right? These like super powerful old men, or the admiral in One Piece and so on, right? They are all still like, yes, these are the old, powerful OP guys, but the whole story, right, for the main character perspective, and also his rivals, look at the One Piece that we have Kobe trying to become this marine, yeah, and so on, right? The whole idea is that the main character is gonna, of course, overcome these guys, right? Even if they're good or bad, the main character has to become stronger than a captain or a Yonko or a Kage or whatever, right? That's just kind of like how that works. So I think it's just you kind of naturally, when you saw Julius dying, you're like, he might actually die, because he dies, maybe not, right? And no matter what, though, the whole point is, of course, again then, that the main character Asta will become stronger, right, than the king, no matter what. So that's why he can die. But having a character like Yuno that is playing out this role of also trying to overcome, right, becoming vice captain, becoming a captain, and eventually maybe becoming a king or something, right, in that level, killing off that character so early, episode 161, but it still feels too early. It's not about the episode, right? It's more about where the storyline is. Yeah, it's not really about the episode. I think it's more about where are we in the story. Okay, we kind of just started the Space Kingdom arc, and we have the whole prelude. But we kind of started it now, and his parents just got killed in the flashback and so on. So killing off Yuno would be really strange because he has all this growth to left to get this revenge story. It'd be kind of weird, right? That being said, though, I don't know. I have to say that I probably would like the anime more, and I'm a big fan, right? But I probably would like the anime more if Yuno actually died there. In a way, kind of interesting. From like an art standpoint, probably maybe more than the storyline. I do think it'll be strange, again, because Yuno hasn't really fulfilled many of his ideas, right? And it's the Asta's foil and so on. So it would be weird killing him off, definitely. But at the same time, it's like, from like an art standpoint, it would be kind of really brave. So like, I'm gonna kill off one of the main characters, like here, in the middle of the story. And like, whatever, let's go on, yeah. It would be really weird you seeing the whole Golden Dawn and Vangeance dying too, and they're all getting killed, all of them. That would be a massive thing, but it's like, nah, I don't think so. Do it, right? Because it would be really hard to motivate that from like a narrative standpoint. It'd be weird, but it would be very, very brave. He's like, you want that. So what we see instead then, I think it's pretty typical, honestly, is that he kills off this supportive character, like Hammond died. Yeah, killing off these guys that we've seen, but they haven't really been important. They have been in like the tournament arc. They weren't really important. Yeah, it's like, I mean, he has a personality, you know. Like you see here, yeah, you know, this guy, he probably actually died, right? And but he didn't really have, like, you know, he had his moments, but he was that kind of, how to say it, right? He was like the side character. He really wasn't that important. He was no Klaus Sampa. He wasn't Mimosa, right? So the character we have seen a lot more in the Golden Dawn, they're of course fine, and it's a little bit of that, yeah. Like it felt that they kind of went for that, in my opinion, a little bit classic, right? Classic Shounen. It's like we can't kill off the big guys. Neither can we kill off like one of the best girls, like kind of the romance interest. We kind of killing off like some, you know, some a character we do recognize. These guys, we do recognize them, but we don't really care about them, right? Yeah, they can die. So it's a little bit of that, yeah. And then a lot of these, I don't know, like no-name character died on the side or something. That's one thing too with Golden Dawn, though, for example, compared to the Black Bulls, right? The Black Bulls, all the characters are kind of like important. Some degree, they have their own backstory, you know, and so on. Yeah, like, you know, whatever, Magna, Luck, and Fiddler, and so on. They have a lot more storylines. But in Golden Dawn, it's like, we know some of them, we have some backstory, and then they have a lot of these, like, no-name, yeah, like, they recruit a lot of people they could die, right? They have a lot of, like, no-name background characters. There are some over here, yeah, and they die. So it's a little bit like that Golden Dawn definitely is a place where, we could kill, like, half of them. Because half of them is like these random nobodies that we had never even saw before. It's like, they died, so whatever. Certainly easier in that sense to write it off as they died, right? But anyway, so that's that thing. We lost some of the, I'll say it, minor supportive characters, right? And Yuno is fine, and he's like revenge. But definitely, from like a narrative standpoint, we had an opening and so on, of course, but certainly Yuno has to defeat Zenon, right, eventually. Like, he kind of killed his parents, and now he killed half his best friends, and, you know, so of course Yuno is going to be the one to eventually defeat Zenon, maybe with help or someone, maybe not solo, but, you know, because Clover, they have a lot of team battles, but still, that would be very hard seeing as Yuno won't have revenge against Zenon eventually in the end of this arc, right? But it's, I think it's good that he lost pretty fast here. It's a little, one thing I noticed with the fights though, which I think is a little bit, it feels very short to me, is that they're getting a lot on this like whole, those guys, they're like 40% demon power. Yeah, that thing I think is a little bit, I don't know, it feels a little too much like the whole Dragon Ball, I can scout your power, you have or only 1000 power level, yeah, only 9000, like that thing definitely feels, with the spade, and I guess also with the Heart Kingdoms, they introduced, the whole arcane mage thing and so on. That is a little bit to me like, man, it feels very shonen, where everyone is like, I'm a 0 level guy and a 0 arcane stage, and yeah, and then they're referring to how much demon power they have. This is like 55% power, this 40% power. So it's easier to like power rank people because they're like, he's 55, 60, yeah, it's easier to rank them, I guess. But for me, it feels a little cheesy when they keep talking like, well, yeah, of course the guy lost. He couldn't even got like 50 power. So like, it's a little bit cheesy. I feel it's very very shonen. It's very like old school Dragon Ball, or I mean you have it in most shonen, right? They have the whole thing in One Piece for a bit there with the super cool guys. They care about that stuff. You have, of course, in Seven Deadly Sins, you have the whole, like, Hawk has like scouting and thing. Oh, he has like 3,000 energy, yeah. So, yeah, the key level is this much, right? Yeah, it feels a lot like that now. And I do wish it won't be too much on that, because I'm like, oh, man, it's just, I don't know, but it's just a little bit to me, it's like, man, that is so cheesy, where they keep like, oh, 50% power level. Next fight's gonna be like, well, this is my true form. Well, to defend Xenon though and the other guys, they probably have some demonic form though. I mean, like Astaroth, they probably can go into their demon form. So I mean, it makes sense. They're like, you defeated my first form, now it's my second form, demon up, and that's like demon fusion or something, and they can go like Bankai. Right? They probably expect to happen though, honestly, because they clearly are very, very. Like, I have an inner demon, literally, so they of course can, like, jump into the next form, right? Like, well, that's what happened, right? But anyway, so, yeah, Yuno loses, hard, right? I don't know how they're gonna motivate, he's gonna get stronger, though. That I have hard time to see, though. Maybe he has to be a teammate, I don't know, because Yuno clearly lost very, very easily here. It's after the time skips, I don't know exactly how Yuno's gonna overcome this, but I'm sure he has to be the one to defeat Xenon, right? So that's with that, guys, and I don't know what more happened, but I guess Vangeance killed me. I have a hard time, I said during Reaction Part 2, I have a hard time seeing that Vangeance would be dead. Vangeance is certainly was kidnapped. For some reason they need him. As you see, he could like heal everyone, so clearly, Tree Magic is like super powerful. Tree Magic has a lot of utility, I guess, good utility. Tree Magic can do a lot of stuff, and they need him for something, right? So that seems to be clearly their goal, their agenda. They went there, destroyed the place, but they really care about that. They want the tree magic is what they want, right? That seems to be pretty clear to me. I don't know why else they would get him. Seems unrelated to the elf stuff. I don't think they care about that stuff, actually. That could be a thing. They're like, oh, you're the guy that was an elf guy. It could be a thing, but I don't think so. I think it's just I think it has to do purely with his magic somehow. Like he has achieved some kind of high-level arcane tree magic. Right? They can utilize that for something. It could be like a driving thing. I mean, they talked about earlier how they took their people, right, to drive their mechas and so on, right? So maybe he's like amazing, he's super. Because I mean, his magic is very, very big, right? They're vast, creating these big trees and so on. So maybe he's like the perfect fuel. I don't know. But I'm just throwing out it, like he could be a really good battery for their mechas, right? Something like that could be a thing, because he's kind of like, yeah, he got that stuff going for him. But anyway, that's the review, guys. Press the like button, right, and have a good day. Slime coming up later tonight.